Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 2022 Oscatch World Cup quarterfinals. Dolan here, and I'll be joined with Quentin for Indonesia against Chile here in the winners bracket quarterfinals. Quentin, big match.
Definitely, Dolan. We are the lucky ones to be casting this one, I do believe. Indonesia being seed 4 and Chile being seed 5, I believe, or the other way around. So seed neighbors facing off on a really difficult pool, actually, which has been seen in the past few matches as well. So definitely looking forward to this one. I don't know do you have any predictions on this one, Dolan? Any favorites in your opinion?
It's really hard to pick between these two teams because these are kind of two of the veteran squads that have just been around, been in the top echelon of catch for the past 3-4 years or so. Chile are 2013 world champs. It's really hard to bet against Chile, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just here for it.
Yeah. So I think both of these countries have definitely top 3 potential this year. So winning this one is a huge step towards that top 3, right? Winning this one is guaranteed top 6, but then the winner of this one faces China in the semifinals winner bracket, so that's not an easy matchup. But obviously first focus on this one, then the next one, step by step. We see Indonesia winning the role, so that means that Chile will ban first, Indonesia will pick first. I'm assuming that, well, either these two teams are probably like top 4 or top 3 teams on Hidden out of all teams in the entire tournament. So I'm not sure if we will be seeing Hidden bans, but I could see some double time getting banned away by Indonesia and perhaps some Nomad by Chile, but I'm not entirely certain. I think Nomad 4 might be a good ban coming from Chile, but we'll have to wait because they do take their time for banning these maps. Perhaps even Mixed Mod actually, but I think both teams do have quite a lot of firepower on the Mixed Mod bracket as well. Perhaps Mixed Mod 2, given how it's kind of a memory map. So, actually Nomad 1 getting banned by Chile, so they do go for the Nomad ban. I think that's reasonable. I think Indonesia is a little strong on the Nomad bracket, or at least perhaps a little more consistent, so taking away that Nomad consistency is a perfect idea.
Yeah, we'll see how Indonesia respond here.
Yeah.
Now, as you've kind of pointed out, I think both these teams are going to be fairly confident on the Hidden and Hard Rock pools. So I'm not sure if we're going to be getting a Mixed Mod ban here.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, as we said, these teams are neck and neck in skill level on all of these mile brackets, most likely. I think Indonesia has a small edge on no mob, but that's about it. At any point can go to any team. It's more about practice and just overall feeling on the day. And the fact that Indonesia is playing relatively late could matter. Most of the times, teams do tend to play preferably on a later time, but I'm not sure if 12, I believe 11 or 12 p.m., so midnight for Indonesia is that time. And they do end up banning double time for us, so double time does get banned by Indonesia, but it's a DT convert actually. So 8.1 DT convert, quite jumpy, taken away by Indonesia, and now we have to wait for their pick. But I'm assuming, personally, I think they're going to go for Hidden. Actually, never mind, they go for Nomad.
Going for the Genzu map.
Beautiful map and a beautiful song as well. I think Genzu's maps are quite popular the past couple of years, so I do assume, well, obviously the skill level of these two teams are quite high, but I do assume most of these players are more than comfortable with these type of maps and have played a bunch of Genzu maps in their tournament's history as well. I believe it's the first map buff 6 stars in the knockout stages, except for Tiebreaker, of course. The TB of this round is also buff 6 stars. But yeah, that difficulty of the pool is definitely scaling rapidly, which is not favoring lower seeded teams, but these two teams should have no struggles whatsoever on these types of pools yet.
So it looks like this is how it's going to be for the opening map. Lewind, Netamaru, and Dika for Indonesia lining up against Eldenel, Ariciel, and Pekorat for Chile on Indonesia's opening pick, Nomad 2.
The map is 2 minutes and 20 in length, so average length at 6.04 stars and air 9.5, so nothing too special. It's kind of technical Nomad. In fact, it's quite a lot of wiggles, making it somewhat technical, and some hyper chains on sliders as well, if I'm not mistaken. we see Chile winning that early spinner by about 1,000 points. So if everyone were to FC this map, then we could see that spinner difference coming in. But it's quite a dense map, so there's quite a lot of combo to catch, and I'm not entirely certain if we'll be seeing a 6-way FC on the very first pick of this match, but it could be possible.
We'll see how warmed up they are. Netamaru is going to find the first drop there on the side of Indonesia. Chile out in front. One miss advantage.
Yeah, Chile taking the early advantage on Indonesia's pick. Let's go to the stabilizer around 40,000 points, so one miss advantage for Chile because Netamaru's miss was off that 200 combo cap.
And Eldenel is going to trade right as Netamaru gets back up to that 200 combo cap, so that score bar is going to come right back the other way. But as you noted, Chile did have a slight spinner advantage, so they should still retain that advantage.
It's going to get really, really tight there. Accuracy might start to matter as well, but there's still two doubles on the board, one for Riziel and one for Dika.
And it's just a ever so slight spinner advantage for Chile at the moment. The misses traded from Eldenel and Netamaru. Coming up to the final quarter now.
More difficult section coming in right before a little break. We have seen some teams getting caught off guard in this section, but no one is giving an inch right now.
And Pekarat is going to go down right after you say that. Indonesia going to be taking their first lead of the map into the ending sections. Lewind is going to trade that miss, so it should come back to Chile.
Break now, 5,000 difference, but I do believe the combo advantage is in favor of Chile, so that should come back to them.
There's a spinner. This is going to get very, very close.
That drop from Elmo's not helping Chile, and that score bar is loading up for Indonesia, and there's not enough time left. I think if all of them kept on, that's first point for Indonesia. Sad risk for coming from Elmo at the end there. We see an FC coming in from Dika and from Riziel, so two FCs at the bottom side, one miss on Netamaru and Pekarat, and two miss on Elmo, and five miss on Lewind, but those misses from Elmo were a little more spread out. And that gave Indonesia that advance. Yeah, that miss was right after the spinner, actually. Oh, right after the break. Or was it a spinner? It could have been a spinner. I think he kind of underdashed a wiggle. And that is an unfortunate miss for Eldenel, because I do believe Chile would have taken it if he held on to combo. But once again, both of these teams only singular miss or double misses on either side. So this is a really close match that we have in our hands. But 1-0 Indonesia, they win their own pick. Chile to pick next.
Indonesia will be glad to take that one by the skin of their teeth there off that late miss from Eldenel. Chile now, we'll see what they eye up, and what's going to be interesting in this match is to see when Hidden's going to be picked.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. I think Hidden is one of those... we see Hard Rock 3 actually getting picked by Chile, so Convert Hard Rock, I think that's also a really reasonable choice. Yeah, as you said, that Hidden is going to be crucial for both teams, I do believe. If one team is able to get a consistent lead on what is probably, both of these teams' best mob bracket, that's going to be crucial. But I do assume that both teams are going to wait just a little bit longer for that Hidden. I want to test out the other things first, see if they can find an advantage on double time with Hard Rock. But if all of those brackets are relatively tight, just as a Nomad, they might have to go for that Hidden after all. Wildcard being the Hard Rock Convert for this stage. About 880 combo, if I'm not mistaken. It is FCable. We've seen quite a few FCs already this weekend. But it's definitely still a rough map. There's a little rough pattern at around 400, if I'm not mistaken. The rest of the map is consistently difficult. I mean, it's Hard Rock and it's Converts. I think you can quite imagine where the difficulty lies. Every single node feels weirdly placed. But both teams have really strong Hard Rock rosters, in my opinion. Natural, I mean, Pekarat on the Chilean side, for example, and Riziel as well. Stark coming in for Hard Rock, which is somewhat surprising to me. I believe Stark was only here for double time for Chile, but he does end up playing Hard Rock Convert as well. The other side, Koneko stepping in instead of Lewind. Koneko being probably Indonesia's third main player together with Lewind, like those who share that spot, and then they have Madoka for Hidden, and then Urabe, I'm not certain in which mob brackets he comes for. Perhaps Nomad Converts. But then Netamar and Dika, I mean, the two powerhouses of Indonesia, right? Both of them being top 20 in the world and just absolutely insane players.
Well, here we go for the second round. Chile missing a very early chance to get a break point. Will look to equalize with their first. Hard Rock 3.
Yeah, this one is a sprint again, not a marathon. Not really consistency testing.
Oh, it looks like Indo wins it.
Yeah, this one Indonesia wins the spinner. About 412 points. I think that's one banana diff, I do believe. Everyone's starting in the beginning. It's actually Connect being a first round, but Pekka trading immediately, actually. So it's going to stabilize, I do believe. Some early drops coming from both sides, somewhat unexpected.
It looks like Korneko might have missed more than one fruit there. Notably lower accuracy than Pekarat, but DK is also going to drop as well as Netamaru, so Chile are going to be storming in front here.
And no more full combos on the Indonesian side. Some weird mitts coming from DK, and Netamaru is giving Chile a huge advantage, already over 100,000 points. And Aristo and Stark seem really, really comfortable on this, both having the double list. But the Arctic Pirate is coming up now. Korneko ends up dropping though, so that's helping Chile even more. But Aristo trades.
And Stark
as well.
Yeah, that combo you mentioned did catch both of those players off guard, so that will allow Indonesia a chance to return some of that score advantage that they gave away. Pekarat, the lone survivor for Chile on that 400 combo mark.
Aristo and Stark are getting to that 200 combo mark right now. I think Indonesia needs to one more miss, but Korneko being the one to drop is giving Chile a 2-miss buffer right now. The map's come to an end, actually only an 8 left. DK and Netamaru actually recovering quite nicely together with Pekarat, but only single miss on Stark and Aristo is making a difference. Korneko struggling, actually whizzing once more, and I think Chile has this one wrapped up if they manage to hold on.
And
which
that
they definitely do.
Is going to do it. One apiece. Pekarat coming up big.
Yeah, Stark and Aristo with 2 and 4 misses, but those were kind of clustered, so we count as a 1 miss or triple 1 miss actually on the Chilean side, I do believe. Pekarat especially with a miss before trying to combo, so top scoring this lobby. Netamaru and Dika only with a 1 miss as well. Sadly, Korneko somewhat struggling, 6 misses on his side, and that's the difference maker in this one. But dominant performance from Chile, actually. All 3 players feeling really, really comfortable on Hard Rock.
Mixed Mod 1 is the pick for Indonesia.
Alright then, okay. FD Fluoride map, I believe custom made for this year's CWC. It's also above 6 stars, I do believe. Actually, it's 5.9, but it's above 6 stars when Hard Rock is added. Curious to see who's going to be playing what mod for each team. I think Leewan's going to be the Nomad player, but then DK and Netamaru are probably going to take Hidden or Hard Rock. I assume Netamaru are going to be a Hard Rock player, but I have seen him play quite a lot of Hidden as well. On the other side for Chile, I'm not too certain. I think they have Eldenop most likely going to be that Hidden player or Pekarat. And then Aristo on the Hard Rock, but the Nomad player, actually Pekarat coming for Hidden probably, and then Stark actually dropping out. So it might be Elden actually for Nomad. They have quite a versatile roster, I do believe, so they have quite a lot of possibilities of switching.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get players sorted in the proper slots here for this mixed mod. So we should see the Nomad players in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yes.
I believe our Hard Rock players are going to be at the top, with our Hidden players on the left.
Proof. User viewer experience, which is always nice to see. We see DK and Aristo being the Hard Rock players most likely, then, and I think Netamaru is going to be taking the Hidden, which is somewhat interesting. The fact that it's only it's AR 9.3 Hidden, so it's relatively higher AR hidden. Well, it's not high AR hidden, but it's obviously not AR 8 hidden, so it should still be comfortable for Netamaru. On the other hand, Elnel most likely being the Nomad player then, and then Pekarat on the Hidden, yes. Both of these rosters seem so very scary. 1-1 scoreline, Indonesia winning the first pick, Chile winning the second pick of the match. Now coming into Mixed Mod 1 mapped by FD Fluoride. Also 2 minutes and 10 in length, so once again, not a lengthy pick. We haven't seen any consistency testing just yet in this match, and we won't see it in this pick either.
And we're underway here in round number 3. Mixed Mod 1, the pick from Indonesia. So far, everyone navigating the early sections with ease. Pekarat does drop there a few times. So early advantage Indonesia.
People, quiet.
Indonesia being able to FC that beginning section with their 3 players is giving them a slight score advantage.
Oh, Dika goes down. That is the Hard Rock player. So Chile going to be taking this one back and probably will be taking the lead. Hard Rock, the most heavily weighted.
Yeah, Rizal putting in so much score for Chile right now. That should switch it soon, I do believe.
Maybe not. Dika almost did 200 combo and is actually going to stop the bleeding just before, so a very slim lead for Indonesia halfway through. Oh, Pekarat is going to go down once again.
Yeah, Pekarat somewhat struggling on this pick in comparison to Elmel, Lewind, and Netamaro on the bottom side. That's giving Indonesia 1 miss buffer, and Rizal dropping as well. That is going to increase that lead in favor of Indonesia, and they seem really, really strong on this one. Still with 2 FCs on the bottom side, and Dika on the 1 miss right now.
Third of the map left, and Indo in firm control of this map. Netamaro and Lewind still cooking up FCs. Chile just doing everything they can, but Indo look much stronger on this one than their opening pick. And barring a meltdown here, I think it would take a team miss essentially to flip this.
Yeah, only an 8th of the map left, and Elmel dropping once more. That's going to seal the deal, I do believe. No full combos left on the Chilean side, and Lewind actually ends up dropping as well as soon as he says his name, but Netamaro still with the double is actually on the hidden. Beautiful performance coming from Netamaro.
People, quiet.
And Netamaro brings in that double S, as you said. Dika with a 1 miss. Nice recovery as well. 2-1 Indonesia.
Yeah, huge team effort coming in from Indonesia. All 3 players beating their counterparts on the Chilean side. So, great pick coming from Indonesia, and they do seem to have a small edge on the mid-mark bracket for now. Mixed Mod 2 being a completely different map, so not too certain if that's still a viable pick or if that became a viable pick off this Mixed Mod 1. But then again, 2-1 scoreline for Indonesia. If everyone keeps on winning their own picks, this can go all the way. We see Hardrock 1 getting picked by Chile, so once again staying at Hardrock brackets. Hardrock 1 definitely a different map in comparison to Hardrock 3. Hardrock 1 being about 3 minutes and 50 in length, making it a really consistency-based pick. Most patterns are not that hard, I do believe, for all of these players, but it's just about a consistency, right? It's 1,400 combo, 4-digit combo above your catcher. Can catch people off guard, but given the tournament experience on both these teams, I do believe that they should be able to handle those nerfs quite well. We see Urabe Mikoto actually coming in for this Hardrock 1, so he does end up playing in the Hardrock bracket. Dika and Netamaro staying in. I do believe Dika and Netamaro are going to be playing every single map, except perhaps Netamaro is not going to be playing Hidden 1. But I'm not too certain about that. We see Pekarat, Elmel, and Rizal stay in for Chile, so no swaps coming out on their side.
Yeah, we're just diving straight into Hard Rock 1. Urabe Mikoto will take on Hidden as well.
Yeah, Hidden only used for reading purposes. Does not give any score bonus. Something important to note. But it does help with some higher AR reading for some individuals. It's pure preference.
Opening spinner goes to Chile by a few bananas. Time for the consistency test on the Hard Rock specific. So far, no trouble. Eldenel is going to find some trouble just as I say that. Dika has found a few droplet misses, but no combo breaks aside from Eldenel. Advantage Indonesia.
Yeah, that miss from Elnos right before actually robbing Mikoto ends up trading. And I think that's going to switch the favor back to Chile because Elnos' miss was right before that 200 combo mark. So that should favor Chile if everyone is above 200 combo once again. And I think that is going to switch over quite soon, actually.
Yeah, on top of that spinner advantage they had as well. Chile should have a nice little buffer here. A quarter of the map gone. Ariciel is going to find the next Chilean miss. So Indonesia now with a healthy advantage. Another miss from Ariciel.
And no trades coming in from Indonesia. Still 2 full combos, actually. Only 1 on the Chilean side being on Pekaret. Early advantage in this pick definitely for Indonesia. And let's keep in mind this is Chile's pick.
Yeah, Indonesia looking for a chance at a breakpoint here potentially. They're in position coming up to the halfway mark. Tika and Netamaru still holding on to those FCs.
Netamaru being the only one to double S to the left of the lobby. Not only is he mapped to double S given how these sliders are quite spaced out, but he seems to have no trouble catching all these droplets as well. Beautiful performance coming from Netamaru in the beginning half of this map.
And now as we cross that halfway point, Chile lying in wait for a miss from Indonesia. But they are providing none. And it's still about a 40,000 point advantage for Indonesia.
Eldonel, Rami, Mikoto, and Ariciel actually recovering quite nicely after those early slip-ups. Indonesia does seem to be the more consistent team. Definitely at this point. Somewhat tricky section coming up without any hyper dash, but everyone seems to be quite comfortable on those as well.
Quarter of the map left though. Chile are right on their heels. They've maintained that 40,000 point differential.
But Pekaret ends up dropping, and as the lost Chilean FC actually gone, whilst Indonesia still has Dika and Netamaru DC. Rabbit ends up trading those, but as long as Dika and Netamaru keep holding on, this does seem like this could definitely go Indonesia's way. Pekaret dropping once more, that's going to increase that lead in favor of Indonesia.
Potential break point here for Indonesia if they can hold through to the end. Still not out of the woods just yet. Dika and Netamaru doing the damage.
Map's coming to an end. Chile needs at least a team miss at this point, I do believe.
That would be the only thing. Yeah, team miss essentially is what they would need to flip it, or at least 2 misses, but Indonesia not going to provide any here. Urabe, Mikoto, and Ariciel will trade with Eldonel even, but that will not be enough. First break point of the match. 3-1 Indonesia.
3.3 million score in Hard Rock 1. Beautiful performance coming from Indonesia. And then Netamaru with the double S. Dika still at the FC. I mean, the 2 powerhouses in Indonesia showing up when they need it. And 3-1 scoreline, not looking too good for Chile in the beginning stage of this match, rather. And this is something we've seen over the past couple of picks. Chile is not able to FC these maps, whilst Indonesia at least has 1 or 2 people FCing them, and that's being a difference maker right now. Right on that last mix map mat, Netamaru was able to FC within the hidden. Now 2 FCs coming from Indonesia, whilst Chile has no FCing counterparts. That's making a difference. But Indonesia ends up winning on the Hard Rock, so 1-1 on the Hard Rock bracket. So Hard Rock 2 still left open, perhaps getting picked by Chile if they want to stay in the Hard Rock 2 in that Hard Rock bracket, but they have to think about this true. We see mixed map 2. Oh, this map, Dolan, this one is really, really rough.
The memory map.
The memory map. An Air 8 convert with, like, I think 8 or 9 memory jumps. CS5, so that becomes CS 6.5 after Hard Rock is added. This one is really, really rough.
Say a prayer for the hidden players on this.
Definitely. I think I have about 100 tries on this, because I originally thought I had to play it hidden, so I wanted to completely memorize it. Ended up playing it no more, but I tell you, if you're sight reading this, you're gonna do really, really bad. This is not a map that you can sight read on any of the mods, really. How rough it is. But I do believe both these teams do seem quite well practiced. Given also their matchup, I think both these teams come into this one not sight reading any of these maps.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think this is probably the biggest match for these 2 teams. This is probably the match these 2 teams had circled on the calendar when they saw the bracket.
Definitely. This is the first big task for both of these teams, right? Indonesia playing Singapore last week, and Chile was playing
Australia.
Australia, yeah. Those are still good teams, but those are not of the same caliber, right, as these two teams. So this is definitely the first big match. But the thing is, let's keep in mind, the winner of this matchup is top 6 guaranteed already. So that's already a huge thing. We see Lewines on the Nomad together with Elmel, then Madoka and Leku on the Hidden, and then Netamar and Peckert on the Heart. So Dika actually staying out for this one. Interestingly enough, Madoka being the first to drop at around 30 combos, so, but I don't think that's going to be a difference maker for this one. Netamar dropping as well, so early times for Chile actually.
Yeah, lots of misses here on the side of Indonesia. Trip FC for Chile, just a droplet miss from Pekorat. And Madoka, we see the hidden players definitely struggling here, as Leku finds the first miss for Chile.
The harder player on Chile, Peckrat, still holding on to an FC, and that's putting in so much core for Chile. Definitely practice this map, and already at 300 com, which is a beautiful performance actually coming from Peckrat. Rough streaming section coming in, and we see Netamar and Peckrat actually trading miss, but Leku also drops, so that's going to give a small score advance in favor of Indonesia, I do believe.
Yeah,
combo advance, rather.
Madoka able to hold on there on the hidden with Lewind.
Yeah, Lewind and Elmel, both Nomas players still holding on to a double S. As soon as everyone have enough 200 com, I think small advance in favor of Chile, but it's going to be less than a miss right now, so a lot at stake. A difficult pattern coming up at around 550 combo, some cross-screen streams. A lot of people have been caught out there, so curious to see who's going to be able to hit that and who's not.
Quarter of the map left. That score gap is narrow. It's about 25,000 points. Netamar goes. Everybody goes down except for Eldenel.
Beautiful performance coming from Eldenel, and that is so huge for Chile. The last part of this map is not that hard, and I don't think Indonesia can come back from this. Eldenel might actually SS this map.
Eldenel moving that score bar himself, putting Indonesia on a poster. The only one to stand tall through that combo. That was massive. And you saw that score bar instantly just fly to the right. Nothing Indonesia could do.
Beautiful performance coming from Eldenel. I think that might be the very only FC on this map just yet. I'm not 100% certain about it, but I do remember not a lot of teams were able to get consistently good scores in this, and not even an SS. Beautiful performance coming from Eldenel on this one. And that's, once again, immediate breakpoint back. So 3-2 scoreline, Chile's pick. So they want to tie things up in this match. And we definitely have a match in our hands. Mixed Mod 2, not the greatest pick coming from Indonesia. Definitely not as similar to that Mixed Mod 1 pick, but that felt way more comfortable.
The pressure is still on Chile here. They have the pick and they have to convert it to tie this match back up. But definitely a huge opportunity kind of squandered there for Indonesia, not being able to capitalize off that break point.
And we see Chile actually stepping into that hidden bracket, all right? So we get the two titles on hidden facing off on hidden. This is going to be really, really close, I do imagine. Convert hidden getting picked by Chile. Glitch by Lukash. Good song. The map itself is relatively consistently difficult with like 2 difficulty spikes at around 600, 1000, actually 3, 600, 1000 and then 1400 combo. But the 601 in my opinion is the hardest one. There's some really rough wiggles there. Hitting doors are going to give your score a team a lot of score advantage, I do believe. But given the hidden Ross in both of these teams, I can see everyone actually hitting that pattern. So I'm really curious to see how it goes.
I think this is going to probably be one of the most important picks of the match here. The first hidden pick of the match. If Chile win it, they tie the game, have a point on hidden. But if Indonesia get another break point, they're up 4-2 with a point on hidden. And all the morale. As we said before the match, this is probably the best mod bracket for both of these teams. So there'll be Lewind, Dika, and Madoka for Indonesia against Eldenel, Pekorat, and Lehu for Chile.
Those are such huge hidden names. That's absolutely insane for both teams. 3-2 scoreline for Indonesia. Chile's pick though, so they're looking to tie things up at a 3-3 scoreline. Glitch is in the way for now.
Mm-hmm. So Chile being the team to choose to brave the hidden pool first. On the convert, they've been favoring the converts on most of their picks. Actually, I believe they picked converts first in every single mod bracket that they picked.
Definitely, they went for that Hard Rock 3 and they were able to win that one quite confidently. Then they went for Hard Rock 1. Actually, Liwan being the first to drop off the 200 combo, so that's max capitalization by Chile. And that's going to be a 1 miss advantage for them.
Early 1 miss advantage for Chile as we approach that quarter mark. Again, all about the consistency here.
Yeah, this map's really long, so that 1 miss should not matter in the end. Unless we see a triple FC coming in from Chile, which would be probably the best performance out of all teams. But Madoka missing in the slower section, actually. And that's 2 FCs gone for Indonesia. Whilst Chile still is holding on to those triple SSs, actually. Beautiful performance coming from Chile in the beginning third of this map.
Yeah, Chile looking to make a massive statement here. But again, there are only 2 misses up. Madoka again. Lewind again, and Chile halfway through, still flawless.
All 3 Chilean players actually hitting that hardest section. That is beautiful from them. Leku actually ends up dropping on a wiggle after that. But they have at least 3 misses ahead right now. So if Pekred and Elmel can keep holding on, that should not matter. DK on the other side still holding on to the FC as well. This teammate somewhat struggling. Madoka and Lee went both on the 2 miss right now. Or 3 miss even.
And Leku's going to go down again, but missing quite a bit of that other section there afterwards. But that's still not going to be enough for Indonesia. Hekarat and Eldenel still holding on to the double SSs. And Lewind will trade that miss from Leku.
Yeah, Lewind and Madoka, both of them have missed in a slower section, which is quite unfortunate for Indonesia. Pekred and Eldenel still holding on to the double S as well, actually. Beautiful performance coming from both of them. Only a quarter left in this map. There's 2 hardest sections still coming up, so plenty of room for misses to be found on either side of...
Indonesia are going to need a meltdown from the Chilean side here. It will take a team miss. And there it is! There's the team miss! Traded by Dika, one of them. Madoka and Lewind have a shot here. Quarter of the map left. And the score bar is coming back.
I'm not sure if it's enough right now, but 1 more miss will definitely switch it back into Indonesia's favor.
Yeah, they're going to need just 1 more miss. Will Chile provide it? That's the question. All the combos are now up at 200. Leku provides it. Is there enough time? It's going to get very close. Have Chile done enough? Triple miss from Chile! Madoka and Lewind hold on! Indo pull through at the end and have stolen the hidden convert pick from Chile!
Absolutely insane from Indonesia. Madoka and Lewind, both of them being the ones who struggle in the beginning section of this map, coming absolutely clutch at the end, hitting both of those difficulty spikes whilst Chile triple missed both of them. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Absolutely massive! The hidden convert pick of all maps in the pool to steal at the end. That one's got to sting a little bit for Chile. And Indonesia, not only do they get the break point, they have the pick.
Oh, that is so unfortunate for Chile, though. But Indonesia are getting their hand on this match, right? 4-2 scoreline, their pick next. They can secure match point if they pick wisely. And Chile, they were looking so confident, but then the triple miss twice being the difference maker. That is really, really unfortunate.
It's the timing of the misses in catch, ladies and gentlemen.
Where does Indonesia want to take this? Actually, they go for Hard Rock 2, actually. That is a really bold pick, in my opinion. Chile being the ones to pick Hard Rock 1 and Hard Rock 3, and Indonesia just going for that last remaining Hard Rock pick. Double time completely untouched for now. Mixed mod being exhausted, Hard Rock being exhausted. 2 more no mods left and 2 more hiddens. But they do end up going for that last hard trick as well.
Now the question is, will Indonesia be able to capitalize off their own pick? We have seen, I think, 3 consecutive breakpoints in this match.
Yeah, I think both teams won their first pick, and then
Indo won their second pick as well, and then we've had 3 breakpoints since.
Yeah, indeed.
So here we go, Hard Rock 2 coming in at just under 3 minutes in length.
Rabe Mikoto coming back in for the hard trick, so probably a hard trick specific player actually. And then Elmel Peckard, Arisu actually coming back as well for this hard trick too. 3 minutes in length. It's a really low dense hard trick pick with some memory jumps in there that can definitely catch some people off guard.
Rabe Mikoto going for the hidden as well. And I believe Rabe Mikoto missed quite a few notes there in the intro. As you said, low density. Eldenel is going to trade one of them back, so the early misses are going to be traded. Eldenel and Pekorak goes down.
Yeah, and that's Mara and Dika versus Arisu right now. 3 FCs left. And the low density on this map is really rough for those that are not accustomed to it.
So far it is Dika and Netamaru out in front with the FCs with Aricio. But Indonesia with a nice healthy margin to start this one off. And because of that low density, Quentin, it makes the misses are even more painful. It takes longer to get up to 200 combo.
Yeah, definitely. It took ages for Peckred to get above 200 combo. Same Arisu actually ended up dropping Elmel as well. Double miss coming from Chile. I was about to comment on the early miss from Elmel as well. Peckred the only one above 200 combo. And Rabe Mikoto, Dika, and Netamaru capitalizing on these misses. Arisu dropping once more in that score bar. Look at that difference. Elmel, Peckred
Chile
again.
Have fallen apart, and Indonesia are standing strong.
Chile completely crumbling under the pressure. That's a 250,000 score buffer.
Halfway through.
That's absolutely insane. That the Mario Deke is still on the FCs actually. Rabe Mikoto pretty much on FC as well. Ends up dropping though, but I think he can drop 10 more times and it wouldn't matter at this point. That's 250 score difference.
Robbie has been struggling quite a bit, was combo gaming quite extensively there if you look at the accuracy at an A rank right now. But it's all eyes on Dika, and Netamaru have just been strutting this match, especially on these Hard Rock picks.
Yeah, the Indonesian powerhouses, right? Definitely coming in clutch for Indonesia right now. Rob is building up to that 200 combo mark, but I mean, Chile needs at least 2 or 3 team misses from Indonesia at this point. Only a quarter left. They did recover quite nicely. All 3 players above 300 combo right now. But Netamaru and Dika are just cruising.
Yep, and now Rabe Mikoto back up to 200, so Indonesia no longer losing any points here. And there's just nothing that Chile can do. Indonesia built up too big of a gap to close, over 200,000 points. The question is, will Dika and Netamaru bring it home?
Yeah, 2 more misses on the Chilean side, but those do not matter. Netamaru only double S as well. Rabe Mikoto, quite a few droplets, but still...
Oh, Netamaru goes down! There will be no SS's. Dika the lone FC. Indonesia, match point, 5-2.
Indonesia seems so strong in the hard rock bracket. Once again, a 3.2 million team score. That is beautiful. And this was a really good pick coming from Indonesia, actually. Beautiful performance coming from them. 4 match points for Indonesia. Definitely advancing their side. Chile to pick next. But things are looking grim for the Chileans.
A reminder, China get the winner of this match, and the loser of this match will face Russia in the loser's bracket.
And both of those are really scary matchups. Staying in that winner bracket is vital, right? You get a second chance if things were to go south. plus that is guaranteed top 6. We see double time 2 getting picked, so we finally get to hop into that double time bracket. And double time 2, though, that's a beautiful map. That is a custom map made by Bunray. And wow, it's very technical Air 8.3 double time, and its technicality makes it so fun to play.
So Chile's hand kind of being forced here, backs against the wall. Double time, the only mod bracket that hasn't been played. And Chile are a decent double time squad as well. Again,
Yeah, I think this
it's one of those matchups where the skill sets kind of overlap for both of these teams.
I think this is a wise decision to go for a different mob bracket. Your back's against the wall. You have to try something else, right? Hard Truck has not been working out. There's no more Hard Truck anyway. Hayden didn't work out. No mod didn't work out. Mixed mod is gone, so what's left? Well, I mean, double time. Try it. But on the other hand, Dika and Atamaru, they're not going to miss, or they're not going to miss a lot of notes. Korneko, also a really respectable double time player. And this map is really, really short. It's 2 minutes 20, and after double time is that converts to like 1 minute 30, so 90 seconds. It's a sprint, this one. 4 match points for Indonesia, and they seem so very strong at this point. Deacon and Tamar and Korneko trying to bring it home on this double time 2, picked by Chile. Pekrit, Eldnel, and Urisiel for Chile, trying to get them on the board once again to reduce that score, that point difference to 2.
Round 8, double time from Chile. Match point number 1 for Indonesia.
Early drop coming from DK actually there in the slower section. Eldnel trades it immediately.
And Pekarat is going to find a miss in the intro, so advantage Indonesia.
Korneko ends up dropping some droplets, but those do not matter. Ariso dropping once more. Chile, no full combos left for Chile, and that scorebar is loading up. This map's really short, so any miss will cost you dearly.
Yeah, this map is already a third of the way over. We are closing in on the halfway mark, and that scorebar has flown to the left. Indonesia need to fall apart if Chile are going to have a shot at this one. But Korneko, Dika, Netamaru showing no signs of slowing down. It's already almost 200,000 points in favor of Indonesia at the halfway mark.
Yeah, Rachel ended up dropping once more, so not above that 200 combo mark, and they need at least 2 or 3 misses coming from Indonesia. Pareka dropping, that's not helping Chile. Backs against the wall, first match between Indonesia, and that's 200,000 score of difference. 1/3 left.
Indonesia looking as if they are going to close it out here in dominant fashion. Korneko will be the first miss for Indonesia. Chile need far more than that to stay in the winner's bracket, and it looks like they are not going to get the help they need. Dika, Netamaru, absolutely putting on a clinic here, and Indonesia will convert their first match point. 6-2.
And that's Tamar coming with a double as Dika with only a 1 miss in the beginning section, and then Korneko also with a 1 miss. I mean, not a lot of room given by Indonesia. And then Chile, all of them with respectable scores, right? Only 2 misses on each individual, but sadly, that is not enough against this dominant Indonesia. Korneko, Dika, and Tamar bringing it home for them. What a performance coming from Dika and Tamar, especially, but also the rest of Indonesia play really, really well on all of these picks. They were able to have all 6 players play at least a couple of maps. A lot of versatility shown by them. And they're in the winner semifinal, so top 6 guaranteed for Indonesia this year. On the other hand, Chile dropping down to the loser bracket, where they have to face Russia first and crawl the way back into that winner's bracket grand finals if they were able to get there. But your winners, Indonesia, Dika, Urabe, Mikoto, Madoka, Netamaru, Korneko, and Luwins taking it home for Indonesia in absolutely dominant fashion, though. And that was a beautiful performance coming from them.
Dika, Netamaru absolutely dominating that one. And now we have our first semifinal match in the winner's bracket. China will face Indonesia for a spot in top 3 next week. South Korea is still awaiting the result of United States, Canada. But we also have a loser's bracket match to get to. That's coming up in 15 minutes. Italy against Brazil.
Yeah, we will be saying goodbye to our last loser bracket team for this weekend. Italy or Brazil will be end up finishing in the 13th to 16th slot this year, depending on the outcome of that match. But the winner bracket is looking very spicy next week once again. Indonesia, China, and then SK versus USA or Canada. That is beautiful. So be sure to tune in about 50 minutes from now for the last remaining loser bracket match, and then in an hour and 15 minutes from now for the last remaining winner bracket match between the United States of America and Canada.
Indeed, indeed. We'll be back after a short break in 15 minutes. Italy and Brazil coming up next. Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2022 Oscatch World Cup. Dolan here, and I'll be joined by Luminite for Italy versus Brazil. How's it going, man?
Well, I think I'm doing fairly well today. I'm still trying to recover from last night from South Korea and Mexico. That really hurt my heart. But other than that, I'm doing quite well, and I think this is going to be a really exciting match.
Aside from some lingering emotional damage, I'm sure several other people share your sentiment. But Italy against Brazil will be our last losers bracket matchup. Speaking of Mexico, the winner of this match will face Mexico in the losers bracket next week. So, Italy, our 9th seed, against Brazil, the 16th seed.
Yeah, we spoke very highly of Italy, and we have continued to do so. They came very close to taking their match last week. Went to tiebreaker, went the other way for France, and we see them here in the losers bracket. I believe Italy is favored for this match, but by how much is the question.
I think Italy are quite the heavy favorites here. Brazil do have talent in areas here. They're good hidden hard rock players. Brazil's pretty good on mods, aside from double time. So I think mixed mod should suit them quite well. Hidden should suit them well, hard rock. But Italy are a team that gets better as the map pools scale higher and higher. So the fact that it's on a quarterfinals level pool might cause Brazil to struggle a bit more. They're a team that kind of struggles as the pool scale higher and higher. But we do see some bans coming in. We see Brazil banning double time and Italy banning hidden 1. Again, Italy being very wary of Brazil's strength in hidden, not letting them have that comfortable hidden specific pick. And it will be an opening no mod 4 pick from Italy to start this match.
Now, this is again one of our convert no mod picks. I believe this is one of an extremely dense one as well. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. It is. Yep, it is the really dense piano map. It's proved to be quite difficult for both Mexico and South Korea when we saw them play. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this pick goes. Very dense, I mean, you can hear the piano. It speaks for itself.
All piano maps are dense. This is what we've learned. But hey, any difficulty with the name Maximum, all right, all caps, there's probably going to be some density. So Air 9.7,
yeah,
very short map. So 1 minute 48 seconds. Again, Italy have chosen to start with a very quick map. I want to test Brazil on their no mod convert skills. So Sir Waffle, Kame, Arma coming in for Italy, a Cooler, and Mackenzie to be joined by Konohana Lucia, it looks like. Never mind.
Nope,
Banner.
pranked.
Pranked. We have been pranked. And by we, I mean me.
Yeah, although the map is 1 minute 48, that does regardless mean any misses are going to be extremely detrimental. But on the bright side, because of how dense this map is, it does give players a chance to build their combo back up and try to catch up with there still being ample time left. So it's a double-edged sword.
On these short, dense maps, the question becomes not how many times did you miss, but how bad was your miss, or how many hits did you miss when you missed.
Yeah, was it a big droplet? Was it 500?
Or was it a whole
fruits?
section?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. No mod 4 from Italy. We'll start this match off. So Sir Waffle, Kame, and Arma taking on a Cooler, Makenshi, and Fanner. Again, Brazil are quite the veteran squad in CWC. They have been around the block. But already, trip misses from Brazil. Traded from Kame on the side of Italy, but Sir Waffle and Arma still holding the FCs will provide the advantage for Italy.
Yeah, Mackenzie not finding a drop. Lots of players struggling right off the bat with this map. Sir Waffle finding a drop now. It's going to be traded with McKenzie's, but we're going to see a double miss. No, a triple miss on Brazil.
Yeah, everyone is down except for Arma. Arma was the only one to hold it, and is the only one still holding the FC. SS at that. And you can see that score difference, already 150k in favor of Italy, as Sir Waffle and Thanner trade once again. Arma goes down! So there goes the Lone FC halfway through.
Luckily, though, the Cami is up to 200, so is A Cooler on Brazil. They're all going to stabilize. Sir Waffle recovering quite nicely. McKenzie and Cooler both finding misses now, though.
And they were going to stabilize, but that double miss will just allow Italy to pile on even more score advantage.
You know, we're already about 3/4 of the way through the map. Thanor finding another miss. The score leads almost 400,000 points. It's going to be really hard. I'm 90% sure this is going to be an Italy pick. Very strong right out the gate, but as I said, this is a very tough map, and it's very demonstrated by the amount of misses everyone is finding.
Multiple misses from everyone across the board, but Italy with the stronger team performance. They will take their opening pick quite convincingly, over 400,000 points. 1-0. Nearly 500k.
Yeah, very, very big lead for the Italians. And even though they all found misses, there weren't that many. Sir Waffle 3, Arma 1, Cami 6. On the other side, Brazil all found over 10 misses. So it's a tough map, but Italy really definitely came out on top. A very strong pick to set the tone for the rest of the match.
Brazil up next. We'll see how they respond. Again, they've got some options here. I'd expect them to either eye up one of the maybe no mod 1 mix mod hidden. They're quite capable on a few of these mod pools.
I think it's a question of whether we're going to see mixed mod or hidden at the moment. I think they're really going to have to.
It's going to be mix mod 2.
Yeah.
A memory, or no, my bad, no mod 2.
But that's an
Oh,
yeah.
no, no, they meant to pick mixed mod 2.
But yeah, I definitely expected them to pick either mixed mod or hidden. I really think they're going to have to use their advantage on hidden to take points off of Italy. I don't see them going into a hard rock. I don't see them. I do see them going into no mod, but only if they absolutely have to. So I think we're going to see Brazil take this hidden mixed mod approach until they run out of picks, really.
So it looks like the referee is going to get the players sorted in the proper slots. And while we do that, real quick, just want to remind you guys, banners are still available. If you haven't checked out the banners in the OS store, $2.50. Get one for your favorite team. It will remain on your profile throughout the duration of the tournament. And if you pick the winning team, it'll last even longer. So we see Sachalin coming in for Italy, Predominator checking in for Brazil.
Another very short map, 2 minutes and 1 second long.
This map, the opposite of dense. Very
Yep.
low node density, so misses are going to be punished quite heavily. And the hidden players, I believe, are going to struggle more than the others. So we'll see the no-mod players on top, Arma and a Cooler. Cami and Thanner, the hard rock players. Sachalin and Predominator, the hidden players.
Looks like Sachalin found a very quick early miss there.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing quite a few misses, I'd imagine, this map. Has some memory patterns here and there. Predominator is going to find the first miss for Brazil, so early advantage for Italy.
If this is your first time stopping by Cash World Cup 2022, for those of you who don't know, Hard Rock breaks will count more. Hidden does not provide a score advantage.
Sachalin and a Cooler are going to trade misses. Oh, and both Hard Rock players do go down at the same time they trade. So So it's only Arma and Predominator with combos above 200. This one is actually very close. Halfway through.
Getting there. Nope.
Gotchalin trades it. So Brazil actually still very much in this.
A very, very small lead. Predominator is going to go down. A Cooler as well.
Arma as well.
Missing though.
Everyone has missed. Kame is now up to 200 combo with that Hard Rock. And that is going to do the damage. Look at him go. Look at that score bar just fly to the left. Brazil went from being in it to out of it very quickly. And now all of Italy has fallen apart, but the question is, does Brazil even have a combo to take advantage? And they're down about 150k.
Yeah, there's really not much time left.
Oh, good job, client.
Yeah, it's like Kame's gonna solo for a second.
Yeah, oh, Kame misses.
Okay, we are all over the place.
Hold on, this depends on if Brazil holds, but we're not getting a cooler. And we're gonna need an MP, and I'm pretty sure Italy took that one.
I'm gonna look into our special... let's see here. Pretty sure it was an Italian point. We don't have an official ruling yet.
I think there was also potential DC.
Yes.
Not sure if a cooler made it. So we'll have to wait and get some word from the officials on this. But my bad, that was the last match, Indo-Chile. But Italy had the healthy margin.
Yeah.
Before the lag kind of came in. But Kame just did so much damage with that 200 combo on Hard Rock, and nobody else had combo. Literally ran away with it. So
we got a cooler finally.
Yeah, he actually did. That's like I was gonna say. We're in a interesting situation. A cooler never DC'd. They're still waiting for the score to submit. So this point has actually not been officially decided, and now it has.
He finishes. Yeah, he finishes pretty strong, but
yeah, it's gonna be a 100k victory for Italy on that one. Nice client. So, pick now going back over to Italy. 2-0 lead. Gonna look to press the advantage even further. I think it's safe to say... Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to guess where they're gonna go in particular, but I'd imagine they'd be eyeing up double time. Potentially Hard Rock Convert. I don't know about the about how good Brazil is on Hard Rock specifics. I know they're very capable in Hard Rock. But Italy is actually going to take some time here. So they do have a full 2 minutes from when that previous point was decided, so that kind of delay from a cooler is benefiting Italy here, because I don't think the timer officially started until the point was decided. It is going to be hidden too. Oh, apparently Kame was timed out, so it is going to be hidden too.
And that's not something I would have imagined he's been picking.
Italy also have a very capable hidden roster as well. It's just that, you know, Brazil's one of their stronger points is hidden. So they maybe feel comfortable with a 2-point lead of trying to pick into hidden, maybe trying to disrupt the morale of Brazil.
Yeah, that would be quite rough on the Brazilian side if they were depending on hidden for this pick to go for the Italians. Looks like we're going to see a sub On the Italian side, waiting for who it's gonna be.
I think they're going to put Kame right back in. I think he just disconnected. But no surprise to see Sachalin and Arma step in alongside a cooler, the Dominador. It looks like we're going to be getting Endo swapping in for Thanner. So this map into map by Mr. JB Hyperion, our fellow commentator. Untouchable, 3 minutes in length, AR9. And let me tell you something, as someone who has been playing JB Hyperion maps with Hidden for a very long time, it's always tricky. So, still waiting on the third from Italy.
Could be having some technical difficulties here. If it is really truly Kama that's going to be trying to come in.
Yeah, but they will only wait so long before the ref will force someone else to come in. And again, something I haven't really seen teams using a whole lot of is their timeout. So
yeah, that's very true. I really haven't seen... I don't think I have personally seen any usage of the timeout, which in some cases would have benefited the players, you know?
Well, you typically see it when a team is picking their last pick of the match or they're in a tough spot. You don't know which map to pick. It's usually that or technical difficulties or they're waiting for another player to make it. And Sir Waffle is checking in, so apparently some potential issues for Kame on that. I don't know if Sir Waffle is the player they wanted to specifically have in there. But Sir Waffle should still be able to get the job done. And I believe Thanner is supposed to be removed from the lobby as well, so still sorting some things out here. The lobby's a mess. What else is new? So we are going to be getting Kame coming in.
Sir Waffle's staying in, it looks like. Could see that change in the next few seconds, but for now...
So apparently, literally, all the Italians got timed out there. Oh my goodness! Please stand by. Oh my. And apparently, Thanner is now having issues. This match will resume soon, TM.
At some point, we will get this underway. I don't know. You know, we really do know what we're doing here at OSU. We are very professional. We know exactly what we're doing. This is all part of the plan, really.
Please send your thoughts and prayers to Trotsky, who's probably having a stroke right now. Dealing with all this and our officials.
Cooler choosing to be Italian for a point. And Arma choosing to be Brazilian. Now we see them go into their appropriate teams.
Looks like finally getting things sorted.
Yeah, it looks like we're finally there.
And we can finally have a game.
Alright, on to the third point.
It'll be Kame, Arma, and Sachalin against Endo, Akular, and Predominador. After much technical support, And we are going to get underway once again.
There we go.
Round number 3. Italy's hidden pick. And we are back underway. Aside from Predominador, apparently.
No, please, no more technical difficulties.
No. It wouldn't be a Catch World Cup without client issues. Now, I certainly do hope it's just a client failing to load Predominador issue and not a he's disconnected issue. Oh no, it is.
Oh, we got an abort, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Yeah, Predominador died at the start, failed to load, so we are going to get a reload.
Apparently the universe is intent on not allowing them to play Hidden 2.
Alright, kick everyone, re-invite everyone. We've got to purge it.
So how's the weather going? How's the weather going for you?
It's hot.
It's hot for me as well. We are both in southern states, United States of America. We both suffer heat and humidity at all times of the year. I think you more than me, though, being a Texan.
Yes. Now we're going to try the old-fashioned... Oh, they are doing a purge. So this match still stuck in limbo. We're being held at the mercy of Bancho. CWC is being held hostage by Bancho Bot. This is confirmed.
What more could you expect, right? Looks like the purge might work its charm. Although we have vv1501902389 here now.
They're inviting all the Italian players first, and then they're going to invite all the Brazilians. Looks like our official is having to manually do all of this, so... Unfortunate, sometimes Bancho just dies. This is probably a record for the longest hidden pick of all time.
We almost got there.
We almost got there. Almost.
So close yet so far as we still wait for everything to get sorted out. Closer
It
and
looks
closer.
like they are going to try again finally. So Arma, Kame, and Satchelin against Predominador, Endo, and a Cooler. We will try this one more time. So Italy's second pick of the match, hidden number 2. 3 minutes in length, AR9. And we finally have a start command in.
Alright, let's see if it all worked. But there we go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Here we go, finally.
So after about an eternity of technical support, we are finally here for round number 3. Assuming everything goes well here. And it looks like everyone's loaded in. Everyone is connected. And we're back to playing some catch. Endo will find the first miss for Brazil. It's traded by Kame.
Arma's found a very, very, very early miss. Only 10 combo behind everyone else holding an FC so far.
Slight advantage for Brazil. We'll have to see how that setback kind of affected the mental state of these players. As Sachalin finds another miss for Italy, Brazil will now begin to build a little bit of an advantage here. Endo finding yet another miss for Brazil will allow Italy to narrow that score gap. Quarter of the way through, Akula will drop the second miss for Brazil. Arma trades it though, so that will keep Brazil in front. But we're still even.
It's a very narrow lead for the Brazilians right now. We did say this is the Brazilians' wheelhouse, so to speak, but Italy is very capable as well, as you said. Endo gonna be finding a miss.
A cooler
too.
The Dominator, there goes the whole
no.
team. Sachalin will trade one of them, but Kame and Arma are going to do the damage now, and Italy really pulling out in front at the halfway mark. Exactly not what Brazil wanted to have happen there.
Yeah, worst case scenario is always a triple miss, and that is exactly what they found. It's going to be hard to come back from this, but there still is half the map to go, give and take.
Yeah, you still do have a little under half a map. Endo is going to drop, and everyone else gets up to 200. But that miss is not going to be traded. And a cooler will find another miss as well. Italy just really putting their consistency on display here, as Kame trades the miss from Endo.
Sachalin will miss on Brazil.
Yeah, and Sachalin found several misses there on that transition, but Kame and Arma, the only two holding some combo, as another triple miss from Brazil comes out, and that will most certainly seal the deal. It is Arma holding down the FC. Oh, and just gets caught out in the breakdown there. In that transition just left before the hyper. And that will ruin the FC, but Italy will take a commanding point here. Over 400, or nearly 400,000 points, I should say. About 350K. 3-0 Italy.
So interesting to see Brazil contesting these points for a decent amount of time, and then something happens and they go from being in it to being out of it, like you said with the last pick. It's so interesting to see if Brazil is going to be able to take any points off of Italy with this direction. Italy taking picks off of Hidden, I would be a little concerned if I was on the Brazilian team at this point. But we'll see what happens at this point. It is their pick, after all.
They went for Mixed Mod 1 on their first pick. We'll see if they elect to go with the other Mixed Mod pick, but... Or my bad, they went with Mixed Mod 2. Again, there's just a lot of options here for Brazil. You realistically could go with that No Mod 1, the Mixed Mod 1, maybe one of the Hard Rock 1. But aside from that, there's not a lot of comfort picks here really for Brazil. And it is going to be No Mod 1. Mapped by Dapulus. Saisaki.
Riol. I invite all my Riol stands in chat to put some cat or rat jam. I don't know if there's a difference between the two. Really have absolutely no idea.
How about a Riol jam?
Yeah, that would make more sense.
You want to get Riol jam in the chat? Good song, good map. No Mod 1. So this is probably going to be the most coin flippy map. You know, typically that's what No Mod 1s are across really all modes. The No Mod consistency specific test. So it's going to be Sir Waffle, Kame, and Sachalin. For Italy against Konohana, Lucia, Makinshi, and a cooler for Brazil. Such a good song.
It is extremely good. Riol is a fantastic artist.
They're having some pretty good banter in the chat. So just waiting on everyone to ready up and things to get set. Bancho might be doing more Bancho things.
As Bancho does.
Oh, it looks like Italy is going to be bringing in Vito, potentially. So still waiting on the teams to get their rosters all lined up. Oh, apparently a player was just summoned to the lobby without being approved by the team captain. I think Vito was practicing another map and just got pulled into the lobby randomly.
That's funny. He's just doing his thing and he's like, wait, where am I now?
Amazing. It's been a long weekend for our tourney staff. But here we go. Round 4. Start command is in. We'll make it official. Nomad won the second pick from Brazil in this match. Sir Waffle, Kame, and Sachalin taking on Konohana, Makinshi, and a cooler. So 3.5 minutes. It is a marathon, not a sprint. So far, some simple stuff here in the first 200. No one getting caught out. Sachalin's accuracy is something to note there. 99.2, missing quite a few droplets. Brazilian players have also all missed at least one droplet. The only SSs remaining, Kame and Sir Waffle.
Yeah, that's really what's giving the score a lot of... Oh, we're going to see our first drop. Makenshi on Brazil.
Right at the beginning of that first key eye going down. Italy in front. 1 miss lead. Konohana is going to go down as well. That'll be a 2 miss lead for Italy. And they're still holding the Trip FCs. Brazil is going to need to see something soon. Approaching that halfway point. It's about a 60k advantage for Italy. Brazil's still not out of this just yet. But they're trailing by 2 misses. A team miss would flip it. Next key eye.
Oh, we see 1 miss.
2 misses. There's 2 misses, so that should even this score up. Sir Waffle.
Oh no, but we see a double miss on Brazil.
Yep, they're both going to be traded right back. And you never know how many chances a team like Italy are going to give you on a map like this.
There's still a third of the map to go. The score is not significant. Oh, we're gonna find a miss with their waffle there in the slower section.
Yeah, that's one of them back, and that was a pretty weird miss in the slow section. But Brazil still are going to be down one miss. Quarter of the map left, so some breathing room. But they will still need to see a couple more Italian misses if they want to get a point on the board in this one. Konohana is going to go down. It's a 2-miss game. And will Italy provide the misses? Kame still rocking the FC. And everyone hits that part of the Ki. Konohana is going to go down right after it. Makinshi. And that is going to seal the deal.
Yeah,
Brazil.
Konohana finding another miss.
Yeah, nothing Brazil can do. All eyes on Kame for the FC. Looks to be about a one.
Finding a miss. So does Mackenzie.
It's about a 1-2 droplet miss for Kame, and that is an FC 4-0. So now Italy up to pick their potential last pick coming up if they convert it. It is going to be...
I see Mixed Mod 1 and Hard Rock 3.
Yeah.
Both have said in chat.
They're
They're going
going
with Hard Rock 3.
Wild card. This has been a fairly popular pick, the Hard Rock Convert. Seen this picked in several matches throughout the weekend. A fairly short Hard Rock map, just over 2 minutes. AR 9.24, but with Hard Rock, obviously, it's 10. So Konohana, Makinshi, and Thanner coming in. Konohana maybe stepping out, though. I was going to say, Konohana, not a Hard Rock player that I remember of. Vito checking in for Italy. First appearance. And we'll await a third on the side of Brazil. Looks like they're still having issues getting the third Brazilian player into the lobby. Once that's resolved, we should be good to go. We hope you're enjoying the Oscash World Cup. Just a reminder, you can get your banners in the Os Live store, $2.50 a piece. It'll be on your profile. You can support any of the 32 teams that qualified, even countries that have already been eliminated.
And as Dolan also mentioned earlier, if you pick the team that wins, you will be blessed with its appearance on your profile, I believe, until the beginning or end of the next World Cup. One of the two, I forget which one exactly.
Yes, it'll be on there until the beginning of the Mania World Cup, I believe. Here we go, round number 5. Hard Rock 3. It's going to be Sir Waffle, Kame, and Vito against Thanner, Makinshi, and Predominador. Vito and Predominador will be taking on Hidden. Just for reading preferences, no score multiplier advantage. We've seen some exciting picks on this map this weekend. due to the nature of it, it is a relatively short map. And it looks like Brazil actually are going to eke out. Is that early spin advantage?
I believe so, but
And
we're going to see our first drop from Makanchi.
A very early miss from Makanchi. So that actually shouldn't affect things too badly. As the players work their way up to that 200 combo cap. Already a quarter of the way through, so that miss is going to matter a little. But that miss from Sir Waffle, that's traded by Fanner. Italy still will retain a slight advantage as Makanchi gets up to that 200 combo mark. Fanner going down again. Here in the halfway mark.
Makanchi going down now as well.
And Brazil's looking fairly confident here, though, with Predominator still putting in a good performance, but Kame and Vito on the side of Italy. Just outdoing Brazil. Makanchi really struggling there. Vito is going to go down and trade it, but Predominator going down as well.
That's Makanchi finding multiple misses now.
And really struggling. That will favor Italy as Sir Waffle and Kame continue to mount up the points.
Dominator going down, Makanchi going down a lot here. Really not having gone above 100 for a long time now. Tanner going down now too.
And that is going to seal it for this one. All eyes on Kame. Will Kame bring home the SS? Into the final sections, Vito's going to go down. And Kame will bring home an SS for Italy. 5-0 match point.
Match point Brazil, though. Not saying, okay, like, let me rephrase that.
No, I
Match
was
point
like,
for Italy, but it is Brazil's pick. That's what I meant to say.
a match point with 0 points. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, let's just slide right past that. So yeah, what I meant to say was match point for Italy, but it is Brazil's pick.
And Brazil, well, I mean, what can you even do here? You've already exhausted no mod 1, mixed mod 2, probably mixed mod 1, or potentially that hidden convert. Again, this is Brazil's potential last pick of the tournament, so if I had to guess, it would probably be a mixed mod 1 or a hidden 3 pick coming out of Brazil.
Every pool being touched this match except for Double Time. Double Time being the mod that Brazil opted to ban.
And it will be that mixed mod 1 pick. So the FD Fluorite map. And now the question is, who's going to play what mod? So Brazil, they did pretty good on the Mixed Mod 2 pick earlier. That was probably their most competitive pick of the match. Excuse me. So they're electing to go back to that Mixed Mod pool. Perhaps gives them more flexibility. Brazil just trying to get a point on the board in this match at least. I definitely know the feeling.
This is the Brazilian comeback, a reverse sweep now.
Hey, you can't win the match until you get your first point, you know. You gotta start somewhere. But they were definitely competitive on the previous mixed mod pick, so it should be interesting. We see Vito checking in. Looks like they're just trying to make sure they're all in their correct spots. And Italy still needing a third, it'll be Kame. No surprise there. So it looks like we're going to get the mods set up, and we should be good to go in round number 6. Start command is in, and we're ready to go. Potential final match. Final map of the match potentially here for Italy and Brazil. If Italy can convert their first match point here. Early misses coming out from both the Cooler and Arma. For Dominator and Vito.
Dominator finding a lot of misses right there.
And actually, Brazil's Hard Rock player managing to hold on there. That's going to matter. And the FC for Italy is the hidden player. A Cooler is going to go down. That's the Nomad player, so... For Dominator and Kame, the hidden players. Konohana and Vito, the Hard Rock players. Arma and a Cooler, your Nomad players. Slight advantage for Italy now. Once a Cooler gets up to 200 combo, that bleeding will stop. The question is, will Italy provide a chance for Brazil? Nearing that halfway mark of the map. This is where things get a little more dense.
Still a pretty close point, relatively speaking.
Yeah, this is very close. Nobody getting caught out on these hyper jumps back and forth here. Very surprising to not see any misses. Both teams really digging in and fighting for this. Final third of the map. For Dominator going down. Brazil are going to need to see some misses from Italy at some point, or it is over. A Cooler dropping as well. Italy showing no signs of slowing down as Kame is your lone FC. Vito is the first or the next miss from Italy. So that will pump the brakes. But Brazil need to see far more misses from Italy, and Predominator is going to go down, and that is probably going to seal it. It's over 100,000 points. Konohana, Lucia, and a Cooler will drop, completing the team miss. And Italy will complete the sweep of Brazil here. 6-0. They will be eliminating Brazil from the Cash World Cup in top 24. Kame with another SS, a dominant performance from Italy. And that'll do it.
Kame providing a lot of FCs for the Italian side. A strong performance from all 6 players, though. Unfortunately, Brazil not going to be moving on to the semifinals or losers bracket, but Italy will be moving on. If you love the Italian team, as we've said twice already, please go and buy some snazzy banners. $250.
$250.
$2.50 USD. Yes, it's each banner is $250.
Yo, we got banners made by Gucci. Apparently.
No, is it Supreme? Is that the other thing?
Yeah. Of course.
So it comes with a Supreme like little sticker on it as well. So yeah, they're $250 each.
That's how we fund these tournaments, man. Anyways, Italy, your big winners here. That is our last losers bracket matchup of the weekend. Only one match remaining. That's coming up in about 1 hour. A little over an hour. The United States taking on Canada in our last winners bracket quarterfinal match. The winner of this match will play South Korea in the semis next week. So exciting stuff there. Italy, they move on in the losers bracket. They'll be facing Mexico next week in top 12. So, but Brazil will be saying goodbye. Yes, funny flag match. It'll be a great match. Brazil, we say goodbye to them in top 16. A good performance for them. We hope to see them back next year, but that is going to be it. So just one match remaining, guys. Make sure you follow the Oz Live channel if you haven't, so you know when we go live, so you don't miss out on any of these epic matches. Luminite, your thoughts?
You know, I expected Brazil to put up some points, but Italy is a really tough opponent. So, I mean, like I said earlier, a strong performance from both teams. It's going to be interesting to see how Italy faces Mexico. As a diehard Mexican fan, I hope they get annihilated. But
He's blatant favoritism here.
very blatant.
Blatant bias.
Been very clear on how much I love the Mexican team.
But regardless of who you want to win that match, those are seed neighbors, by the way. 9th seed Italy, 10th seed Mexico should be an amazing match. But yeah, 1 hour from now, the North American Derby, United States, Canada, quarterfinals, spot in top 6 on the line. It's going down in an hour. Make sure you follow. Luminite, anything you want to say to the lovely, lovely people in Twitch chat?
Well, I think Dolan and I will be joining you again for the United States and Canada, if I'm not mistaken. So, we look forward to seeing you for that extremely exciting match. As he said, please follow. Please buy some banners that are at $2.50, not $250. And we look forward to seeing you guys back here in about 60 minutes. So, yeah.
Well, all right, we'll see you then. United States, Canada, coming up next.
Beasts as far as the eye can see. A plague on the surface, a disgusting swarm in the skies. With a crash of thunder, a new demon appears. Unfurling its rotten wings, it lets out a petrifying scream.